Cardano is one of the most popular cryptocurrencies in the world, with a market capitalization of over $13 billion. It's known for its unique approach to blockchain technology, which emphasizes scientific research and peer-reviewed development. Cardano's development team is constantly working on new upgrades to improve the network's functionality, and one of the most significant of these upgrades is the upcoming Voltaire upgrade. So in this video, I will break down the key improvements that this upgrade will bring and everything you need to know about it, so let's get started. Welcome back to my channel. You're watching the Crypto Corner video podcast with myself, OJ, a crypto analyst and investor since 2016. I bring you market analysis and news and updates from the world of crypto to help you navigate easier and safer in your crypto journey. Today's topic is Cardano's next upgrade, Voltaire, which is responsible for finalizing the altcoin's 5-year roadmap. I don't see much talk about it for some reason. Perhaps it's because we still don't have a fixed date for when it will be implemented, but it is another important step in Cardano's development, and I'm going to explain why. First, here are some of the things that the Cardano team is working on for the Voltaire upgrade. 1. A decentralized treasury system. This system will allow the Cardano community to fund future projects and initiatives. Second, a voting system. This will allow Cardano holders to vote on the future direction of the project. And third, a delegation system. This will allow Cardano holders to delegate their voting power to other users, something that has been requested by the Cardano community, and it is high on the priority list. Now let's explain why it's worth paying attention to this upgrade. In its core, the Voltaire upgrade is a major upgrade to the Cardano network that aims to bring decentralized governance to the platform. The upgrade is designed to give Cardano users more control over the network, allowing them to participate in governance and decision-making processes. It is part of Cardano's long-term development roadmap, which is focused on 5 key areas: scalability, interoperability, sustainability, security, and governance. Overall, Cardano has 5 phases on its path to reach its final form. The first 2, Byron and Shelly, were focused on the launch of the ADA token and the development of the browsers and wallets to store the token. Shelly was in fact mostly aimed at decentralizing the system and allowing nodes to control themselves. Then came Gauguin and brought with it a hard fork that enabled smart contracts development through its high-level language Plutus. Having just implemented this feature, Cardano grew rapidly towards enhancement of its network scalability during the next phase, Basho. With the Voltaire upgrade, Cardano enters its 5th and final phase, at least according to its current roadmap. This one specifically addresses the governance aspects of this roadmap by introducing a suite of new features that will enable decentralized decision-making and community-driven innovation. In other words, the Voltaire era of Cardano will provide the final pieces required for the Cardano network to become a self-sustaining system. It will introduce a treasury system which will allow users to propose and fund new projects on the platform. The upgrade will also introduce a voting system that will allow stakeholders to vote on important network changes and upgrades. And this will enable the Cardano community to have a say in the future development of the platform and ensure that it continues to meet the needs of its users. The treasury system will also help to ensure the sustainability of the Cardano network. By allowing users to propose and fund new projects, the network will be able to evolve and adapt to changing market conditions and user needs. The introduction of a voting system will also help to ensure that the Cardano network remains decentralized and secure. By allowing stakeholders to vote on important network changes and upgrades, the community will now be able to prevent any one party from having too much control over the network. A key aspect for the future development and sustainability of Cardano, if you ask me. It's probably the most important advantage that this upgrade brings. This alone could help Cardano avoid unnecessary regulatory oversight from the SEC in the future, so this is why I am surprised that there isn't more buzz surrounding this upgrade. Now, what would be the effect of this upgrade on the price of Cardano of the ADA token, you might ask? Of course, as it's usually the case with any major upgrade, we can expect a positive impact on the price of ADA, The upgrade will introduce a number of new features that are designed to make Cardano a more decentralized, more sustainable blockchain, and this could lead to increased adoption of the platform, which in return will drive the demand for ADA up. In addition, the Voltaire upgrade is expected to make it easier for developers to build decentralized applications on Cardano, and this could lead to an increase in the number of dApps built on Cardano, which could also result in higher demand for ADA. Overall, the Voltaire upgrade is going to be a major milestone for Cardano, and it could lead to increased adoption of the platform. So this would make ADA more valuable, which is why the price of ADA is expected to increase after the upgrade in the long term. In fact, we already see some major accumulation of ADA going on. According to this tweet from Twitter user AliCharts, Cardano has seen a lot of appetite from whales recently, who have added around 150 million ADA tokens over the past month. However, it is worth noting that the Shelly phase was actually the one that brought the biggest impact on the network and its decentralization. Then smart contracts were the next big milestone. So this upgrade is more important to the Cardano holders and not so much about the new tech. So naturally, it's not making that much buzz or hype outside of the Cardano community. This means that it is less likely to see any major pumps happening as a result of the upgrade. That doesn't mean we should overlook the advantages that it brings. It just means that speculators, who usually take such events as an opportunity to pump and dump, are not going to be as involved this time as they have been with other upgrades in the past. Perhaps this is why nobody is talking about this one. I don't know. Anyway, the Voltaire upgrade is still a major milestone for the Cardano network, as it brings decentralized governance to the platform. This will enable users to have more control over the network and allow them to participate in decision-making processes. Much like with any DAO, the treasury system introduced in this upgrade will also help to ensure the sustainability of the Cardano network, while the voting system will ensure that the network remains decentralized and secure. This is why this upgrade is a significant step forward for the Cardano network, and it is expected to bring numerous benefits to its users in the long run. As of right now, we don't yet have a fixed date for when this upgrade will be activated, but it is expected to be towards the end of this year. I will update you as soon as we get more clarity on that. Keep your crypto safe with the best cold storage on the market, Keystone Wallet, air-gapped device with top-tier security. Alright, so this wraps up today's episode of Crypto Corner. I hope it was informative and helpful. I'm coming to you from Bali today. I'm here actually for a month, and I'm recording this from the garden of this resort where I'm staying. I kind of thought that it would be a good idea to take the camera outside and do some outdoors recording, because it's such a good day. And also, you said that you liked outdoor filming when I was in Vietnam, so I'm gonna try and do some more of this. Here is a reminder to show your support by leaving a like and a comment below. Let me know if you enjoy this type of content, and also if you have any questions or any suggestions that I should take into account for future content. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. It's free. I will never charge for my content. I don't run any Patreon, I don't do clickbaits, I don't chase clout, I don't do gimmicks. I simply do what I love and I share with you my experience, and I have been doing so for the past 7 years. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below, where I drop the links to all of the crypto services that I'm personally using and that I recommend to you. And also, while you're here, just pick another one of my videos, and I'll see you in the next one.